What's up, everybody? This week we're going to try and get the Sonoma back up and running. It had a bad slave cylinder, and on these trucks they're internal slaves, so the whole transmission's got to come out. I didn't film pulling the transmission out because me and a friend just did it one day after work. Just pulled it out real quick. Didn't feel like fighting with all these bolts up here. They're all rusty and old, so we just chopped it. I got a welder. We'll be able to just weld it back, no big deal. But yeah, it's pretty much just pull the starter off, disconnect your slave cylinder. Got a couple electrical connectors that got to come out, and then the cross members got to come out, and unhook the shifter. It's not really too much to get this thing out. There is one bolt, this one right here, these top ones. This one's not really too bad, but the one on this side, you've got to go ahead and let the whole thing drop down, and then you can get to it. From back here, just use a bunch of extensions and go up this way, you can get to it. But anyways, I threw some degreaser on this. We're gonna try and just take the hose and wash some of it off. That degreaser was actually been sitting on this thing since Monday, and this is now Saturday. And you saw I didn't really do much. I spent another hour sitting here with more degreaser and this brush right here, trying to clean it up the best I could, but it's just so caked and covered that it's gonna take forever. I guess we'll go ahead and pop these boxes open, make sure all this stuff is right, and then we'll throw this clutch on there. Alright, here's a new transmission mount. Always gotta keep the magnets. Here's our slave cylinder. Three different magnets. Clutch disc and the pressure plate. Alright, so there's all the parts we're going to replace. Guess I'll go ahead and get everything set up, and then we'll throw the clutch in and then try and recruit some help to stab the transmission back in it. Alright, went ahead and got a clutch put up there. We'll get the pressure plate. Everything's torqued to 33 foot-pounds, crisscross pattern. Here's the old slave. You see it has this little metal piece that holds the line in it, and then the new one is a completely different style. Everything else about these are identical. Bolt hole spacing and everything's the same. This fits on the transmission fine. So I went ahead and ordered the right one of these. So I don't remember exactly where I left off, but we got the right parts in now. So we can go ahead and get the transmission ready. Get this thing thrown on here. Get that tightened up, and we'll see if we can't get the new mount on it, and then it'll be ready to throw into the truck. Alrighty, Justin, can you give me a hand with this thing? Oh, I guess we're gonna put it up on this table first. That way we're halfway there. And we're gonna wrestle this thing into here. It really isn't that heavy.
You need to get this thing off or leave it?
Just leave that for now. I'll take that off when I put the shifter on. That was just so when I was cleaning it, I didn't get debris down inside it.
Debris.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, I'm going to set y'all up, and me and Justin are going to try and wrestle this thing in here.
I was helping a co-worker that quit on us, load his toolbox up on a trailer.
Okay, hold a moment.
Right there.
That's our big problem there, okay. That's one of our problems. Okay.
You're gonna have to go up and get the input shaft centered up.
You good, Jake?
Oh, I'm not. 2 seconds.
Okay, push in if you can.
I feel like super cattywampus.
Yeah, it is. Alright, come back out. That's all. Can you get the tail end up any? Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. We're a lot closer now than we were before.
Still probably about.
Tweak it to the driver's side if you can.
Probably about 2 inches or more to get the input shaft into the center for it.
Yeah, what are we hitting over here now? Okay, so the exhaust will have to just push out of the way. Yeah.
Swing the tail shaft towards the driver's side, it should line up. Yeah, get more centered like that. So now it's gonna have to go straight up to get your input shaft in the hole.
Right, okay, so look here. Right here. The hammer now right there. So the tail shaft needs to come up.
And it's hitting this exhaust pipe on the passenger side.
Oh, we're getting closer there. What do you think, Josh? You know we're close?
Nah, you're still about.
You see what we're up against now? Because we're in much farther. I can't see nothing. Shine that light in that little hole.
You're gonna have to bring the tail shaft way down or lift the engine up to line them up because you're like completely different angles.
Okay.
Oh, there it went. It went in.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
If the train's in neutral, you're probably gonna have to get it in gear. Watch the rotate. I think it went in.
It's in.
Now you're just gonna have to fight to get into the.
I think it's left to right. We're lined up on our dowels, so.
You're probably just fighting to get the.
There it goes. It's in.
Let's get the hollow bearing bolt.
Oh, it's coming out.
It was there. You'll have to whip it more, push forward. Get back up there.
You got the top one right.
Yes.
It's in.
It started, yes. Well, that was a fight. We'll get these bolts in and then I'll show you what it looks like. Got the transmission all bolted back up, got all the plugs in and everything. Got the shifter back on. So we just need to put the cross member back in. And then I guess drive shaft and then weld this exhaust back together. All right. Just finished the cross member here. All bolted in, got all my wiring back together. Justin just got the starter finished up.
I think that. Just tune seven.
Hang on.
Bring it slow. Gentle.
Oh, there it is.
Oh!
Got the drive shaft all bolted in, everything tight.
See any gloves, Bob?
And got the welder pulled out. and Justin's gonna put this exhaust back together for me, then we'll bleed the clutch. Alright, Justin got the exhaust all welded back together. Big shout out to him for coming down and helping me today. That's him creaking in the background. So I guess we'll bleed it now, and then we're still low on fluid. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Might just have to pick the video up tomorrow. I'm sure there's a million videos on how to bleed this, so I'm just gonna skip the whole bleeding process. Basically just, you know, put fluid in there and pump it and crack the bleeder open repeatedly until you have pressure. So I went ahead and just drained all the old fluid out of it. Figured might as well while we're here. Went and grabbed some synchro mesh and one of these little pump things. So we'll go ahead and put all that in. Got our fill plug right there. Drain plugs back in. So we'll fill this thing up, throw a new battery in, and then we'll see if this thing works.
Alrighty guys, we got the swap Sonoma truck. The blower will be here next week.
Alright, we're gonna throw it back up in the air and bleed it again. It's working, but it's just a little soft and a little clunky, so we'll see if we can't get this thing perfect. Alright, I think we got it. Let's see what happens. Road test. Alright, well I guess that'll pretty much do it for this one. Everything seems to be working alright, so thanks for watching. If you feel like it, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next Wednesday for another one.